say or do, but I don't never take anything personal. I think it's bad for the sport, though. Anytime that you go out of your way to badmouth another promoter's event, that's something that we at Mayweather Promotions, that's something you would never find us doing. You know, if anything, I always try to encourage my peers, to support them, uplift them, because we all in this together. That's why boxing is where we're at, unlike some of the other professional organizations, NBA and because it's like we worried about all the wrong things. We worried about all the wrong things. They worried about well, you've only got $60 million in the box office. You only got $60 million in the box office. It's just mind-boggling. Oh, okay, well, we need to know where did this money come from? Or how did you? It's just all the wrong things instead of investing in the fighters and finding ways to grow the sport. But
isn't your event being successful help Canelo and Triple G's event, because you're bringing a spotlight onto boxing 3 weeks prior? People enjoy it, then they're going to be more apt to buy their event, I would think.
I would think so too. Everybody's talking about boxing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Every conversation that people have, any and everywhere you go, they're talking about Mayweather versus McGregor. That only helps boxing. It's put boxing on the forefront everywhere you turn, from sports to entertainment. That's all everyone's talking about is this weekend's fight. That's why we're encouraging the fans to buy early, buy now, so they won't have to end up not being able to see the fight.
It happened with Mayweather and Pacquiao, didn't there? Was a couple of problems where
in some instances
they couldn't get their buy through at the last minute.
That's why we're encouraging fans to buy now.
Leonard, is it important for Floyd to dominate and get a stoppage for the image of the sport as a whole in this fight?
Well, I think Floyd takes great pride in himself and going out there putting on a fantastic performance. Floyd wants to knock Conor McGregor out, and I'm confident that will happen. I'm impressed with McGregor's confidence level. That's probably the most important thing to me that I could say that I've been impressed with thus far. He hasn't wavered one bit. He's kind of built for this. As he said, I can believe that. He's used to fighting in the big crowd, in front of big crowds, but obviously not this kind of platform. But he's fought in front of huge audiences. They've done big pay-per-views, but this is a whole nother level. But it's not a matter of how he will embrace the event. It's about who he's going to be facing across the ring from him. Floyd, when that bell rings, Floyd's going to be looking to run him out of the ring.
Two more questions. What do you make of him saying that he's just going to go straight forward and try to attack him and overpower him?
Who?
When Conor says that.
I believe that's what he's, in his mind, that's what he thinks he's going to do. I mean, what is he going to do, sit back and outbox Floyd Mayweather? Good luck with that. His only chance is to be aggressive, to be very aggressive, and to, throw a lot of punches. But the key to this is, when you throw, you better be looking for something to come back, because it's a little different. It's a little different from, and I have a great deal of respect for the MMA and all the fighters that are in there, because all the guys are putting their lives on the line. But in boxing, the objective is to hit and not get hit. But you're going to get hit, and you're going to get hit a lot.
Yeah, and Conor said he might want to work in both sports after this fight. If everything worked out contractually, would you guys want to work with him in boxing? Is that a possibility?
We want to work with him.
Conor, if you wanted to continue a boxing career after this fight.
No, Dana's his promoter. Mm-hmm. Dana's his promoter, and Dana's done a remarkable job with his career thus far.
Speaking of Badou, what is it that makes him, that you signed him to TNT?
That's last question, guys. Right here.
What's the appeal for him?
I'm actually a fan of Badou Jack. I'm actually a fan. I think that's some of our best work thus far. I'm very, very proud of that young man. He's living the American dream. He's actually doing that. I mean, He had a setback in 2014, and he listened to us. We put him back in a couple fights. He went down in the backyard in Chicago, and he took the title away from Anthony Durrell, and then he came right back, and he made it a defense, another defense, and another defense. He's just coming off of a very exciting performance with James DeGale, and a fight that got overturned.
He had a bit of bad luck as far as the ref.
We gotta wrap this up, guys.
Yeah.
We gotta wrap this
He's
up.
that fight didn't get overturned. I'm speaking of the Boutte
Boutte
fight.
fight,
Yeah, spoke too quickly. That was a very exciting fight, the DeGale fight, and Badu has just been short of just remarkable. He's a fighter that he listens, he stays focused, he's a family man. I couldn't be more proud of him as a promoter. What he's accomplished thus far. So this Saturday night, I look for him to be a 2-division world champion, and then he's on to something bigger and better.
Leonard, can you just?
Thank you.
I just wanted
Thanks,
to
Leonard.
just confirm about the ticket sales. Did